gonna grab the millimeter here and we can head back out. Sound good? All right. So I got everything. We'll also be going up into Dr. Baker's apartment here in a little bit. But I'll just tell you the story of how this place came to be. Started out in 1886 as a hotel. Then after that, it was a hotel and a girls' conservatory, a school for girls, for rich girls. And then after that closed because of the economy, what happened next was that a guy by the name of Dr. Norman Baker bought the place. He turned it into a cancer curing hospital. And this was actually the third one that he made because he had been run out of town with the other two. So turned into a cancer curing hospital. People brought their loved ones from all over the country, came here, gave him every last dime they had. He made millions upon millions upon millions within a couple of years that he was here. And then the thing was, these people obviously were dying of cancer, but he wanted to give the image that these people were doing well and recovering because of the spring water that they were drinking in the area. He marketed this as something that was this magic curing water that could cure all ailments. So one thing that we did today is that we went into Eureka Springs and we got ourselves some, not this one, that's coffee. We got some spring water that we held up to a spring and got ourselves right from the spring. So actual Eureka Springs spring water. We're going to use this as a trigger object tonight, and we're going to sit it out there. You know, they say offering, food, drink, or just offering something as a sign of you meaning goodwill to an entity can actually help increase you getting some communication with them. It can really incentivize them to want to reach out and kind of break that spiritual bread with you. So that's something that we're going to be using. And you know, these old buildings, they make weird noises like all old buildings do, so it's just kind of weird. But anyway, thank you, Packy. I appreciate that. So anyway, Cancer Curing Hospital, he would actually pay locals to sit on the patio, drinking lemonade and just rocking in those rocking chairs so that when, people came by to drop their loved ones off or whatever, they would see these people sitting out there and he would say, oh, look, all the people that I've cured, they're just enjoying their day. So, but what really happened is these people were dying and he didn't believe in using morphine or anything like that. So as they progressed in their disease and their cancer and it became more painful, what happened is that he would move them into that annex that I just showed you guys, and I'll show you guys again. Okay, got it. Anyhow, he would move them into that annex and had soundproof walls all around so that no one could hear them screaming in agony as they died. He wanted to keep that hidden away. So there's a lot of crazy stuff reported in that area just because of what happened there and all the agony and that energy that was pushed out into the environment. But this room here, just to let you know one more time, was Theodora's room. She was his nurse, and she lived here, and she died here, reportedly. This is a room from ghost hunters that they investigated, and you'll see that door behind me there. That actually was a working door when they were here, and when they came back in to start their investigation, Theodora had packed their bags and, well, their laptop bag and put it against the door. So she's known to actually take clothes, put it in people's bags, put it at the door, and to see them out or to clean the room. Oh, we don't know, but it's something crazy that happens. So we'll see if that happens. We've kind of left a few things out to see if that'll happen. Another thing is a guest reported to the tour guide here that she saw at the end of her bed. Let me take you around here. That she saw at the end of her bed here a man with a handlebar mustache standing right here at the end of her bed, right where I want to be sleeping tonight, right there. So hopefully I don't wake up and see a man standing at the foot of my bed. That might be bad. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the rest. Flip that camera around. So our equipment here. can see some of our cameras. You can see all of this, our little station here. What's going on? Okay, I got some bad news, guys. I just found out that I did not win anything with the lottery, and I was not the $1.5 billion winner. But if any of you did win and you want to split it with me, I would totally let you, and you could come with us as many times as you want. And yeah, hey, that'd be great. So let's head out. There's a lot of people running around here tonight, I think, so I may have to kind of duck the camera down a little bit, but I don't really mind people seeing me walking around with a selfie stick. I don't care about that. Let them judge me. There's people walking on the stairs. Who is it? Who is it? I don't know. Okay. Let's go down to the 3rd floor again. Damn, I forgot my millimeter. Oh well. We'll be using that later tonight. And this is really that annex where people hear the video is breaking up bad. I really don't know why that is. I have a really great signal. I'm on Wi-Fi. You know, this is our first time to really use Periscope for this. Maybe next time around we'll use YouTube Live. I don't know. So I really apologize for this, guys. The rest of the crew. Okay, good to know. It's not breaking up for you, Courtney. The rest of the crew, they are... And, oh, it is clear. Awesome. All right, good for you, good for me. All right, awesome. So... Well, Brandon is the only one that came with me this time, just because, you know, it was short notice. It was in the middle of a week, so, you know, that kind of excluded a lot of people. But so Brandon is here with me, and he's off doing his own investigating, just kind of running some EVPs, taking some pictures with our DSLR, trying to see what he can see. Because, you know, sometimes when you're by yourself, you maybe get different things that you may not get with other people. And that can be because certain people maybe have energies that are kind of frenetic or chaotic, or, you know, upset or high intensity, that can really deter spirit activity. And likewise, you know, people can have energies about them and just kind of auras about them that really attract spirits. So this is a good way to kind of test out, you know, is one of us a jinx, or is one of us attracting these things? So this annex right here is the one I was just telling you about, where people went and they were wheeled here on the gurney. So people on the 3rd floor, especially in this area right here, report hearing a gurney wheeled down in the middle of the night, as if it's wheels on a hardwood floor, and, you know, obviously it's carpeted. So anyhow, there have been people who have broke down in tears or passed out coming into this annex, just simply because of the high intensity of emotion that they've felt from all of those people, you know, dying, spending their last moments alone, screaming in agony, not having that morphine or those drugs that they need. So anyway, I'll take you over here. All right, so here's the annex. And now they're honeymoon suites, basically. And what really is creepy to me is that you have this giant mirror at the end of this long hall. And it goes all the way back. What's up, Steve? But, you know, we've just sat here before like this, just sitting like this, and it's really hard to not feel like something is behind you or something could just pop around this corner at any moment. So let's see, haunted mansion shit right there. Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, you have this long, foreboding hallway behind you. It's pretty crazy. So let me turn this around. All right, and oh, it was turned around. The meter confused me. Okay. And there you can see the hallway one way back. And you can tell if you were watching earlier that the 5S does so much worse with these lights than the it's crazy. I had 25 viewers when I first started, and then when I had to get off and get back on, it just dropped down. But it's okay. We're gonna be doing investigating here in a little bit. You got to see me playing around with the millimeter just a little bit ago, and was getting some really interesting readings. And that right at that area where I told you that people start feeling all of those crazy feelings. Now we're gonna go down to the second floor. And then I'm going to take you guys into the morgue here in just a little bit. So hopefully it doesn't drop off. Okay. You are most welcome for that. You know, so many people ask if they can come along, and it's just like, well, I mean, you know, there's so many reasons why we can't or they can't, and it just doesn't work out. But, you know, one of the reasons why we're here is because we want you guys to, we want people to see us as a resource for, you know, being able to help people with problems with entities and people wanting to know more. So we're going to keep going down into, turn. Here's someone walking in the water. That's Brandon.
How's it going?
There's Brandon. They were asking about you a moment ago. They're like, where are the other investigators? Okay, so.
Yeah, I've been doing some burst EVP sessions and doing my thing around the hotel.
All right, well,
So,
we're going out here to the main floor.
hey guys.
Oh, did you see that they've taken those chairs out and they're putting a table in?
Yeah.
I was going to show you guys these cool chairs that are around this fireplace, but they took them out and there's like a plastic bowling table now. So, all right, we're going down on the morgue.
Okay.
All right. All right. He's going to make me go down to the morgue by myself. But you guys are coming along, right? So I'm not really by myself. Okay. Oh my God, I saw that and I thought, I was like, what? Who is that behind me? That's a mirror. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys the lobby. This gift shop was Dr. Norman Baker's office. He had bulletproof glass here and machine guns because so many people were out to get him. People who were onto him being a con man. This is the elevator that gives people a really creepy feeling. And there's actually a spa now down in the basement where we're going. And this is room 101 here. This is the room that was featured on. The Haunting of. That was aired a few months ago. It was shot in June. And you can see here where this was the Crescent College for women, right here. Conservatory. All right. You guys ready to go down into the morgue? And we have very exclusive access to do this. Even though we can walk down here, not everyone can. Most people can't actually. And this is normally locked up, but they've unlocked it just for us. There used to be a bowling alley down here actually. This hall is so creepy to me. I mean, it's just this narrow hall in the basement level. And you know what's really interesting is uh, it's surrounded by limestone. And limestone, just like quartz, and just like flowing water, like over there, and all the water, the spring water that flows all throughout underneath and throughout Eureka Springs, it's said to be a conductor and an attraction to entities. It gives them power, it excites them, it allows them to do what they need to do. So when you see a limestone building or limestone area in the ground, or near a river, or when you have all three going on like you have here, then you know you have you really have quite a recipe for a lot of activity. And I'm holding this here because I think it's a cool shot, but also mainly because I'm wanting to check to make sure no one's behind me. I mean, you gotta admit, like, that is some creepy stuff back there. This is long, narrow hallway. But now, now we're gonna go into the morgue, but we gotta go through the laundry room first, okay? So obviously, as you can tell, this is not a place a lot of people get to go unattended. The tour will take you through here for a limited time. Okay. I'm gonna flip this around, okay? You can see all the electrical up here. And you can see, of course, there's cement over a lot of this limestone, but I'll show you some exposed limestone that hasn't been, you know, covered over by the cement. And also another thing that freaks me out are these crawl spaces like this. I have no idea what's in there. This is creepy as shit. Alright. Here's the laundry room. You know, there has been a lot of activity reported inside of this dryer. People will put socks in, and then when the dryer ends, there are socks that are missing, you guys. There are missing socks. And I really think that there's a sock ghost here, and I don't know, maybe that's what we need to investigate while we're here, is where are these missing socks going? You know, are they being taken by a ghost? So if you guys want to chat, feel free to chat. Packy, we're definitely investigating your place if you have a haunted dryer too. Okay. Here's the scary part. This is the area that was really focused on heavily by ghost hunters, and where they got some of their most conclusive evidence. That I don't know if you remember it. YouTube it if you don't remember it. It's where they got the thermal, the FLIR thermal of the guy standing kind of inside of this cabinet in the room where they kept the cancerous body parts that were extracted from those who fell victim to Dr. Baker. So we're going into Mad Dr. Baker's morgue here in the bottom of the Crescent, surrounded by limestone and running water. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. Turn it around. Okay, we are in the morgue. The autopsy table is right here. And you can see where this is the drain, where all of the body fluid and blood would go from those who died at his hands from cancer, thinking they were getting treatment. I'll turn this on for you in here. This here started out as a cooler, a walk-in cooler for the hotel, And it really was, I mean, to have a walk-in cooler in a hotel in 1886 was, really just unheard of. But they had one here at the Crescent. It was supposed to be, the gem of the area. Well, Dr. Baker, right here, we can focus in on him. Well, he used this to stack upwards of 27 bodies in here. You can see the original foam wall. I mean, these souls who died alone, who died with family, who died in pain. It's really, really tragic, and this is where their body came to rest before, he would try to get their family to come and pick up the body, and they would come out this side door here so no one saw it. It was just really a cycle, and he even owned one of the funeral homes, one of the 2 funeral homes in Eureka Springs at the time. So from the time you dropped off your family here, the next time you saw them would be in his funeral home. So he just made money hand over fist. He was making money off of people even after they died with that funeral home. It was really tragic. And the thing is, karma got him. He died of cancer and cirrhosis of the liver in 1958. He was born in 1882. So 4 years before this was built. But this is the meat locker right here. So do you guys think I should shut the door and turn the lights off in this meat locker in the morgue by myself? Only if you guys want me to do it. I'll sit here in the dark and we'll talk to something. Of course. Hey, you're not the one here. You're not the one. Yeah, so all right, I need 2 more people to tell me to do it, and I will do it. In the dark, door shut, full deal. You can do it. Oh my god. No, okay. I cannot get anyone else asking me to do this, or I'm going to have to do it, because at that point I'll be triple dog dared. Ah, this creepy wood. Okay. Alright, well, I didn't get a third person to nominate me to do this. The morgue challenge. One more person, come on. Well, I mean, oh well. I was gonna lock myself in there, but it's kind of like the ice bucket challenge, but it's the ice. Oh, is that a third person? Oh gosh. Why? All right. Okay. I wish I could turn a flashlight on so you'll be able to hear me. If you guys hear me scream, call 911. Tell them to come to the Crescent immediately. I'll be locked in the morgue, crying like a little baby. Okay. Okay. Here we go, guys. I'm going to. Now, if I shut this, can I get out? Okay, there's a hole. I swear to God, if someone tells Brandon to come down here and start beating on that thing, I will. Oh. Okay. I'm going inside. Seriously, Brandon, I know you're watching. Do not come and beat on the door. I swear to God, I will come unglued, and this will not be funny, okay? The night will be over. What does it say? Oh, you have to. Oh, shit. Whoever said that, say it again, because I didn't see it. Alright. I'm shutting the door. Yeah, but okay. Have at least any witnesses. 9. 9, yes. Oh my God. Alright, here we go. Okay, I'm going to shut this now. I'm in the process of shutting the door. You got a splitting headache again. Brandon, Brandon really doesn't get headaches. He's Mr. Boatswain on here. He really doesn't get headaches. Really at all. But he's had 2 splitting headaches the past 2 nights. I think around this time. So, okay, here we go. Oh, you fuckers. God fucking damn it. Fuck. Fuck. I really shouldn't do this. Is anybody here that wants to talk? Oh, Lord. Hello? No. Dr. Baker, are you here? This is where you killed those people and put their bodies. Hey, I can't look behind me. It's pitch black dark. Damn, I keep freezing up. Hey, well, you're not going to miss it permanently because it's going to be viewable on our Periscope right after this. And then it will be on our YouTube once we can download it and post it. So sorry about that, guys. I'm talking to whatever spirits may be here with me right now. Do you want to communicate with me? Or would you rather me go? Hello? Hello? Okay. Okay. Oh, I told Brandon it's in the ice chest. The headache medicine. Or vodka and rum ice chest. Okay. I'm calling the front desk. It's 10:50. That was probably the security guard coming through, but I'm going to double check. He usually comes through earlier. Hey Josh, this is Ryan here doing the paranormal investigation. Hey, and has your security guard come through yet? Okay, just checking. I thought I heard him pulling the door like last night, but it was a little earlier, so I wanted to double check. Oh, okay, so he would have been pulling on that outside door to the morgue? Okay, yeah, I hear him out there now pulling on it. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Just double checking. All right, thank you very much. Bye. All right, and that's how we debunk things. Yeah, that freaked me out, but that was actually the security guard checking on the outside door to make sure it was locked. He was on the outside there. So, but we have one investigator down. Really weird. He's been getting these splitting headaches. So we may need to stop here a little bit. New pants, not quite, but yeah, that slamming noise is pretty crazy. So let's go back in there and see what we can see. Yeah, couldn't hurt. All right, you ready for this? Okay. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? No jokes. Is there anyone in here who wants to communicate with me? If you want me to leave, knock on the wall right now, and I'll leave. We definitely want to show our respect for you. We don't come here to hurt anybody. We don't come in here to taunt anybody. We realize that you are just like us, but yet you've passed on, and that's the only difference, and it's not right for us to come in your space and antagonize you, so we just want to come here and find out more. Okay, you gotta admit that was creepy. That was really creepy. And then there's Dr. Norman Baker right behind me. Yikes! My gosh, I have to put my head real quick when I do that. That's because I'm trying to read the comments, and I do not like this angle because I just really feel I've seen one too many movies. I feel like I'm gonna be like whoop, swing around, and then there's just gonna be black shadow guy standing behind me. So, which totally could happen. Fortunately, here the entities are not typically malevolent or harmful. So I'm going to take you into that room that I was telling you about just a minute ago. Okay. All right. And for whatever reason, he would store body parts in here in these jars. Come on now. Maybe I can turn the light on my cell phone, another phone that's at 4%. Alright, it's going to be a little blurry, I apologize. You can see all these jars here. I'm pretty sure it's a restaurant right above us, so that's what those bangs are. I will show you something that's really weird though. Well, let me first finish saying that these are where he put the jars of the organs. He would cut out the cancerous organs. I don't know if he just didn't want people to, if people took their dead loved ones home and had an autopsy done there again. Well, the restaurant is open until 8, but I think they're setting something up down there. When I was down there earlier, it kind of looked like it. But the kitchen does have a lot of activity, quite a bit. So I'm going to go check when I get back up there to see if anyone was messing. Yeah, there's something going on. I don't know what, but how long are we investigating? We're going to be down here until probably 3 in the morning, and then it's going to be crazy. Anyway, the cancerous organs will be cut out by Dr. Baker here in that room I was just in, put in these jars on display. I do not know why. What's weird is that someone has, a lot of this is just replica setup right here, but someone has a Ouija board case, and there's no board in it. We checked. So I don't know why that is here. And this is one of the ads. We have proofs of our success. Cancer is curable. Baker Hospital. And I just don't know. I just don't know what he was trying to prove with all of this. Now this here, if you'll go watch Ghost Hunters when they're here, this is the cabinet that guy was standing in front of, the apparition, the thermal image. And as you can see, I'll open this up here for you. There's nothing inside. All right. Well, around here, come on. I think it's so hard to mess with. Turn the flashlight off. Okay. They have these blue lights in here, which are very, atmospheric, but and then here's some more pictures of him. He actually was, he kind of was a Trump of his time, it seems. He really was. Let's see, how do you feel about the claims of manufactured evidence with those shows? Well, the thing about those are, I've not seen proof that they're manufactured. The thing is, pretty much almost any of that could have been manufactured if they wanted to. So you either have to go with full belief that what they're finding is real, or if you believe that they've made one or two things up, you really have to, at that point, just really be open to the idea that they probably made it all up or most of it up. So you have to subscribe to one belief or another on those. That's my thought on that. I know there was an episode of Ghost Adventures where they had a guest investigator when they were at Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum for their Halloween show that they streamed live, actually. And this investigator was holding the millimeter. And he said that an entity ripped it from his hands, but when they looked at the way the body moved, you could tell that it was him flinging it and it not being ripped from his hands. So, the Ghost Adventures crew come out and said they couldn't, obviously for libel reasons, they couldn't come out and say, we believe that he's a fake, that he did it on his own. They said, we're going to go with, this was not paranormal. That's all we're going to say about it. So that's the only thing I've really seen. I've heard some accounts of ghost hunters. You are very welcome, Packy McGee. But yeah, it's just really one of those deals. And I'll just say real quick, when people tell me like, oh, I don't believe in all that stuff. I don't believe in entities, and I don't believe in, ghosts walking among us. I never ever try to really convince anyone. I'll give them a little bit of thoughts and maybe some proof that's been shown, but it's ultimately up to them. And you have to realize it's a crazy thing to believe in that sort of stuff. Really. And so you really don't believe until you've had an experience or 2 or 10. And what's really funny, and Brandon will attest to this, Amanda will attest to this, is that I like this background, the cancer curing hospital. What is really interesting is that I'll have people all the time, and they'll say, I don't believe in that stuff. I don't believe in that. And I feel like they're just saying that because they don't want to believe that ghosts are real. They don't want to admit to it, because if they admit to it, then that means they're, they are susceptible to ghosts around the corner or anything like that, which they are anyway. But they'll say, oh, I don't believe in any of that. And they're like, but well, there was this one time, I was home alone and I heard footsteps coming down the hallway, and, and the doors were locked. It's just, or something crazy. They'll be like, oh, I don't believe in that, but, this black shadow man, stood in my doorway and then, or slammed my door, and it's just kind of wild. But anyway, this is right here, this is an actual sign from when it was at Cancer Curing Hospital. I mean, this was, kind of the real deal when it comes to, those old kind of mental asylums, but not mental asylum. Oh, I'll admit I'm entertaining. Yeah, hey, we're skeptical believers, so it's okay to be a skeptic. I want to show you some pictures here of Dr. Baker. And then and then you have some information here about the hospital, when it was a hospital. And then you have Dr. Baker's mugshot, which kind of takes it full circle there. And they have this big TV in here because this is where they take you through this front door here, and then you come in, you sit in one of these chairs. Whoa. Okay, and and then they sit you down and you watch this TV. They show you that clip from Ghost Hunters. So that is that. I did have the tour guide tonight tell me that another tour guide that she works with here, I guess not too long ago, if I remember correctly, this sliding door, it's one of these barn doors here, this sliding door, she was in here getting everything kind of put away, because this is where the tour ends. And this door here slammed shut on its own. It just slammed shut, she said. Yeah. And that's when I would have pulled the Scooby-Doo, where I'd been like, this is like some ghost, and I would have been running on air, and just my feet would have never touched the ground. It's okay to be scared. It's all right. But sometimes I'll do it for a few Scooby snacks. I can't tell you what Scooby snacks are, though. All right. So we're gonna leave the morgue right now. Do you guys have any questions? What should we do now? Should we just try to do some investigating, or what? I feel like I need to let this phone charge up a little bit and go from there. Investigating. All right. Laundry room. Were you gonna check the restaurant? here's the thing about that. We really wanted to go into the restaurant. Oh, as far as checking it like that, yeah, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to talk to him in person. I don't want to call the guy again. But I'm also going to walk past the restaurant to see if anything's going on in there at the same time. But yeah, we were going to investigate the restaurant, but kind of for food safety reasons, they don't want to let anyone just in there, you know. We're not employees. But other than that, the back area of the restaurant, we got full run of the place. This is what's creepy right here. Follow me on here, somebody. I just made this thing. Hey, are you advertising my Periscope? It's cool. All right. I feel like I'm gonna walk past one of these rooms and it's just gonna be like, someone's in there. All right. But we're definitely not gonna be investigating in here. Just peeking through the door. It's a beautiful restaurant. I'll be posting pictures of that. But you know what? I don't see anything going on in here. Let me ask one of the guys. I'm gonna put this down. Yes, it reminds me of The Shining too. So let me go ask him. Give me just a second. Hello. So, what is directly above the morgue? The kitchen? Okay, are they still back there? Okay, I figured they were. I wanted to ask because I was down there and it was making a lot of noise, so. So guess what? And yes, they are old school keys. I have the key to Dr. Norman Baker's apartment. And it said that there's some crazy activity that happens here, so we're going to see what happens. By the way, if you said any comments while I had the camera down, repeat that please, because I did not see them. I'm going to give you a tour now of Dr. Baker's apartment. Yes! Okay. Here we go. And of course, it's the 5th floor. Okay, we're going to go up there right now. This, to me, is scarier than the morgue, and you'll see why. Let me get a flashlight for you. Hold on. Wrong one. See, I can't, stop this and come back, because then you guys have to all rejoin again. That's no fun. Oh, really? Well, it's good to hear from you again. So, were you visiting at the time, or are you a resident of there now? Is that hair? What's that? What the hell? Where's that hair? God damn it. Whatever. Yeah, I gotta admit to you guys, but really, I am not excited about this, you guys. Not excited. But I'm doing it for you guys. Yeah, I'm doing it to learn more. This is 502. Alright, so I'm gonna have the millimeter on me and a flashlight. What I may do is just use a millimeter flashlight. Okay. God damn it. God. I turn on the light, I get that. That's all I get. Okay. Well. Okay. Hold on, guys. Turning the millimeter on. No, well, I'm walking upstairs. I understand the darker the better, but this is kind of unknown territory, and I want to make sure that I am not tripping, because then I'd really scare myself. All right. The door just shut behind me. That's wonderful. Okay, I'm going to hold this in one hand, put my millimeter like this. Hold my flashlight up here. Anybody up here? Dr. Baker, is this your apartment? Oh, and then your signal dropped? Well, you're back though with us, so that's good. This is supposedly his apartment. I wish you guys could see it better. Well, it appears that they've killed the lights in here. Is anybody in here with me? Is there anyone here who wishes to communicate? Just nod if you can hear me. Are you talking to me, or is that what I'm supposed to say? I can't see ghost nod. This is the loft of Dr. Baker's apartment. We were up here last night. These are the stairs I just walked down. Man, this focus on this thing is crazy. 68.7 degrees. All right. Dr. Baker, are you here with me? And the light is red because it won't flare out your infrared camera that you may be recording with. So it's not going to ruin your video. Unlike, white light would do. So And yes, that is a chair pointed at a mirror. Let's go sit in the chair and face the mirror. Dr. Baker, you here with me? Yes, that's one thing that we do is ask for a knock response. I try to leave it up to them at first to see how they want to communicate, and then I will be more specific if that doesn't work. Or if they choose a certain method to communicate, I'll ask them to do that same method again just to confirm that was actually them. Is anyone here with me? I got some spring water to bring up here. I've been told by Dr. Baker that it will cure cancer. Is that true? And you know, this is the part that's cut out of Ghost Adventures a lot of the time, or Ghost Hunters, whatever show, where they're sitting around waiting on a response. It's hard not to get impatient. It really is. You know, because you just want to keep firing off question. You got some time to respond. Because if you just fire off too many questions too quickly, you're like, well, I don't know which one they were responding to. So now we know it was them, but we don't know what they were answering. So I'm going to get the mineral water, the spring water. I need to check on Brandon, who has a severe headache suddenly out of nowhere. And then we'll go from there. But I will be checking back in later this evening. I appreciate you guys tuning in to this. Follow me out. We'll see what happens as I leave here. Whoa. All right, I'm going to leave now. All right. Okay, what was said? Act don't fall. All right, so for these people who just joined, go back and watch the video that we just posted. It's pretty long, but watch the last video that we just posted, and you can see everything that you missed. So go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/OKDPR. Hope you're following us on here so you'll get notifications when we come back. We may come back later this evening or later tonight and see what's going on, but I need to check on one of my investigators that's down right now and get him up to feeling better before we go back out and do any more. I don't want him to be fall susceptible to anything bad. Thanks for the fun. Hope your partner feels better. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. And please stick around. Comment on our, well, I won't point with that anymore. Comment on our Facebook page. Be a part of it. Next time you come to town, let us know. Or next time we're up in Kansas City, we'll let you know. All right, but thank you so much for joining us, guys. It's been so much fun. You guys are so awesome. We appreciate every single one of you. And, well, that was me. And we'll see you later. Bye, guys.